I've already said it so many times here that March is even better than February as for bringing new games, so the trend doesn't really seem to stop or even dial down a slight point in any way. It's 10 more graphically demanding newly released games for your Android and iOS devices to keep you busy for the rest of the month. Developed by Come To Us, the famous folks in charge of Summoner's War IP. Technically, monster collecting games we have over here now since a few days ago, finally available on the Apple and the Play Store as a free-to-play but halfway pay-to-win MMORPG, actually one of the most downloaded mobile games of 2023, the one and only Summoner's War Chronicles. Guys, Summoner's War is in progress just like The Lost Ark, the game. It's a gacha with auto battle components, but then an MMORPG. It's playable online, of course, and takes you down about 4 GB in storage.
You'll need to take advantage of the terrain. Watch out for the archers!
Guys, Call of Dragons as of a few days ago is sitting on the Play and the App Store with almost 1 million downloads on both platforms. Finally out of its pre-registration state and taking you down about 1 GB in size, this game is a MMO strategy story-heavy halfway adventure with actually some of the most realistic graphics on the mobile gaming industry out of this specific genre. I've never heard of a bug with it, and this is how it actually looks. Sitting on the Play Store with 100,000 downloads and a 4.7 ever since 4 days ago, as it finally came out of its limited region version. At number 3, we have Bunker Zombie Survival, a PC to mobile port action offline zombie shooter, not an open world game, although it does seem like it, but an exploration mission-based adventure in nature that actually lets you go full survival mode, fix cars, and be able to drive around with them. Bunker is about 300 megabytes in size, and it's actually free.
A kingdom under a tyrant's rule.
Coming up behind that, we have Vendir, Plague of Lies. This is a single-player online/offline tactical turn-based RPG adventure, halfway a Disco Elysium, the PC game in nature, the other half a Diablo in aesthetic and delivering a medieval classic combat style, just like the one and only game Return to Kronda, or Legend of Isenville, which is a more famous one. Anyway, Vendir over here takes you about 300 megabytes in storage, is playable offline, and is already downloaded over 100,000 times on the Play Store.
What will be your destiny?
Quick mention over here, guys, Avatar's Saga, which is a mobile exclusive adventure. By the way, this is not really gameplay, although just hints of it, it's showcasing, is available now on the Play Store, ready for pre-registration, and already signed up north of 100,000 times with the game releasing next month and a beta taking place later in this month. Guys, Avatar's Saga has already been downloaded over 1 million times in the East. It's now finally coming over to the West in English, and believe it or not, it's actually ranked as the #1 free-to-play game on the App Store there. Sitting on the Play Store with almost 10,000 downloads and a 4.3 out of 5 ever since last week, we've got over here X-Punk, an online, initially Korean action RPG PvPvE story heavy about some deadly virus that has hit the earth and you personally trying to get rid of the thing before it takes over life itself. This game's an MMO in style, not in nature. It's a skill based with a campaign you go through to level up and loot for a little bit of a kick. In any case, it's a free game. It takes you down about 4 GB in size. If you're into games like Flat Out, you know, the PC game, Burnout, the Burnout franchise, or Vigilance, any of them, period. See guys, Derby King has been around for a month now. In fact, it just received its first patch, and ever since last week, the game is like a reborn version of the original and literally perfected. See guys, this is a stunt racing multiplayer and single player on the Play Store only. The picking is about 450 megabytes in size. It's got a 4. Almost a 5 out of 5 with over 10,000 downloads with some of the best car physics and destruction systems on the Play Store right now.
None of you people can tell me to stop.
Quick mention over here, guys, Ace Racer is available now using TapTap and another unofficial website, ready for download and taking you down about 2 gigabytes in storage, as an online game only. This racing goddess of a game has been teased for years now and is set to come out on the Google Play and the App Store officially by a month now, and eventually delivering one of the most graphically demanding racing games of all time on both platforms. So make sure to keep it in mind. Been available in its pre-registration state and now finally out globally in English. Since 2 days ago, we have here Everroot Land, which is just the most addicting, satisfying management sim game in the list here and ever. Everroot Land is an online game in nature, takes you about 200 megabytes in storage, delivers an instant engagement and keeps you busy with so many things and rewards that will take you minutes to hours and days if you don't watch it. Game's free with just a tiny bit of in-app purchases if you like. Moving on to number 9, from precisely a month ago, we've got The Criminal, which is a open world Grand Theft Auto style action driving game where you play in first person as opposed to third person when you actually do get out of the car for missions and dealing with NPCs. For me personally, it's actually the graphics, the legit. Criminal is actually coming from the same people who came up with the police patrol sim that's downloaded over like 10 million times on the Play Store. Their new game over here is actually free, playable online, and about 100 megabytes in size only. At number 10, we have Horizon Battle, an online multiplayer action shooter sitting on the Play Store with 4.5 out of 5 and almost 5,000 downloads since only last week. Although it's coming from a rather unknown team, so it's one of the more underrated games that was initially sitting on the Play Store with a beta since February. In any case, it's a free game, supports a mouse and keyboard, which is amazing. Takes you about 500 megabytes in storage only, and it's literally bug-free. Oh, you wouldn't really want to miss out on this if you're into paid games either. About Love and Hate 2 is now available on both platforms ever since yesterday for the price of $3, delivering one of the sweetest yet most innovative puzzle trivia games of all time. Check it out. This game's about 150 megabytes in size and it's actually playable offline.